So we're going to go straight into our main story today, and that is the upcoming Oculus Gaming Showcase. It's happening the 21st of April at 3 PM Pacific Standard Time, and we've had Oculus events before, but this one is the first gaming showcase, the first event that's just entirely dedicated to games coming to the Oculus platform. So it's going to be streamed across Twitch, Facebook and YouTube. I'll leave a link to this blog post in the description below so you can go check it out for yourself. And while it doesn't give too many details away, it does tell us that Cloudhead Games, Ready at Dawn and ILMX Lab are a few developers wanting to share some news on Pistol Whip, Lone Echo 2 and Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. Now we don't know exactly what news they're going to share, but I'm going to take a few educated guesses. If we go into the Cloudhead Games website, they tell us they're working on their next massive update, said to be their biggest update yet, which will feature an all-new 5-scene cinematic campaign, as well as a game-changing concierge system, which will allow players more options for making their Pistol Whip experience their own. I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds like there's going to be some more customization options. So it sounds like they have a mammoth update coming that will make the Pistol Whip experience much more than just an arcade experience, more like a game with a story with this cinematic campaign, as well as additional weapons, enemies and scenes that are coming in this huge update. And I think, in fact, I'm pretty certain they're going to show it at the upcoming showcase. Now the next game that they say they will talk more about is Lone Echo 2. This is a highly anticipated VR game. It was meant to come out in 2020, it's been delayed and is now expected to come out in the first quarter of 2021. The game is a narrative adventure game with two main characters, Captain Olivia Rhodes and the android Jack. So you're stranded on this strange spaceship near the rings of Saturn and you have to explore the environment and find your way to safety. Now the game was initially set to release in 2019, it got delayed to 2020 and now is expected for release in the first quarter of 2021. And some people have speculated that this extended delay is due to Lone Echo 2 simultaneously being developed for both the PC and the Oculus Quest as a standalone game. So while it's all speculation at this point, I think it's entirely possible that during this event we might hear it announced that Lone Echo 2 will have an Oculus Quest version coming sometime in the near future. So the last game mentioned here, Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, is a bit easier to work out what the announcement might be. So Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge is a first-person shooter action-adventure game. Now the first part had a bit of a mixed reception because it was fairly short and it wasn't the open-world adventure I think a lot of people expected it to be. Now personally, I actually liked the game. I think for a first-person shooter, it was pretty good even if it was a bit linear. And if you did play it on the hard difficulty, you could get a good 5 or 6 hours out of it. Now we always knew that ILMX Lab were planning follow-up parts to this game, so I think we're going to see part 2 announced at this event. Now they've been pretty tight-lipped as to what part 2 will feature, but they do say they are expanding out into completely new areas and functionalities, for whatever that means. I take it to mean personally that we're going to see more of an open world environment when compared to part 1, but I guess time will tell. So that's all I've got for you so far. For the rest, you're just going to have to tune in on April 21st or come back to this channel where I'm going to put together a quick video summary of all the main points of the event. So now on to some new Oculus Quest game announcements, and the first I have for you is Straylight. So this game will have you using stars as anchor points. You have to pull yourself through space across this beautiful but deadly universe. So it's a bit like Jupitergrad or Swarm in that you have to sling yourself through the environment. So that's your propulsion system, and it's this very abstract cosmic environment. And it seems pretty simple gameplay wise in that you have to avoid all the dangerous obstacles to get to your final goal, but it looks like it's a game that's going to be quite difficult to master. There's meant to be a whole load of content including hidden collectibles, unlockable galaxies, achievements, puzzles and leaderboards, and it's set for release on the Quest in the third quarter of 2021. Now the next game coming soon to the Oculus Quest store is VZFit. This is an interesting fitness service that integrates your smart bike with Google Maps Street View to give you this feeling that you're cycling through the streets via the Street View data in Google Maps. In order to do that, you do need an indoor bike or elliptical trainer, as well as something called a cadence sensor. Now this is a sensor that you connect to your bike or your elliptical to turn your movement into motion. It's fairly cheap, about $20 US. But you don't necessarily need this equipment, as there are full body workouts too. But the smart bike functionality is pretty cool, so I think if you did get this game, you would want a smart bike elliptical or that sensor to get the most out of it. This game also allows you to work out with a friend and create your own virtual exercise routes within Google Street View. So it's a really interesting concept. The only potential contentious issue is that it is adopting a subscription model. So there's a free 7-day trial, and then from then on it is $9.99 a month. And apparently they will have some discounted annual membership rates coming soon. Now it is cheaper than the other fitness app Supernatural, which costs $19 a month or $12 a month on an annual membership. But these subscription plans do tend to put some Oculus Quest users off from buying the game, so it'd be interesting to see how many Quest users do actually subscribe, given that it's an ongoing subscription cost and you need to have a bike or an elliptical and a sensor to get the most out of this game. Now the final game in this video that I want to talk about is Davigo. In this game, a VR player embodies a towering giant, and they fight against 1 to 4 PC players. They play as little warriors, so using his hands the giant has to take out the little warriors, while the little warriors have to team up and use things like bombs and rockets to take out the giant. So it is in alpha and available on Steam currently, and the developer tells me they're working hard on integrating online networking, which is quite challenging. If they're successful in doing that, then they say that a Quest port is their top priority. So right now you can only play this one using a computer and Oculus Link, but it does seem like it's very likely it will come to the Oculus Quest at some point. As to when, I'm not too sure, but it does look like an awesome multiplayer game and I'm very excited to hear more. I'll leave the links to this game in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself, including links to their Patreon and the Steam version of the game. So if you're still watching, thanks for sticking around long enough to get to the end of this video. What Oculus Quest gaming news is exciting you most? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm just really excited about this upcoming Oculus Quest game reveal conference this April 21st. Remember, if you cannot catch the stream yourself, check back in this channel. I'll put together a video of the main highlights so you don't have to watch the whole thing for yourself. That's it from me for now. Thanks for watching as always. If you liked the video, remember to hit the thumbs up button, and if you think I've deserved it, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And I'll see you in the next video.